I think it's time.
Time for a hot take?
It's time for a hot take.
Oh, shit.
It's time for a hot take. Let's bring it on. It's time for another hot take brought to you by the handcrafted brews at Throttlehaus Coffee and Tea.
Order yours at ThrottlehausCoffee.com. That's Throttle, H-A-U-S, coffee.com.
But yeah, man, shout out to Throttlehaus Coffee and Teas. So the WNBA recently had their All-Star break. I don't know if you saw, a bunch of the players were wearing T-shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us."
I did see that, and I'm wondering who made those shirts.
So, I mean, whoever did got paid, I presume.
I wonder if they got paid what they were owed.
Right?
I'm kidding.
Hot take within the hot take. Who sponsors the hot take within the hot take?
Right.
But so this has been a conversation that I've seen going on in many contexts, right? I've seen WNBA players who think they should be equally paid the way the men are paid.
As NBA players?
Getting, 20, 30 million a season. And I've seen other ones understand sort of the dynamic of how that comes to fruition.
Right.
And know the reality of maybe they could be being paid more, but it's not going to be what the men are playing at this point.
Right.
So my hot take on that situation is pay us what you owe us. First and foremost, what are you owed? Like, what do you think you're owed? And I'm not taking away from the talent. The WNBA definitely has gained popularity in the last year and a half. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Sabrina. There's a lot of players now who are garnishing attention, getting fans, selling jerseys, the whole nine.
Yeah.
Props, right? I love basketball. You already know this. But in order for your contract to be able to be as much as what a men's contract is, you have to have that revenue coming from somewhere. And right now, from what I understand, the WNBA, although is gaining traction, is still in the red. And that red is made up for by contributions from the profit margins of the NBA. And that's what keeps the WNBA afloat. Now, talks of these expansion teams coming as the NBA, yes, but the WNBA also getting some new teams will help. Their league will grow. They'll have more players, which means more money being earned, more fans, and that's great for the sport, for everything.
Right.
But there's no way you're going to demand a $30 million, $20 million, $10 million contract the same way that the men's league has when you don't have the revenue coming in.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Are they going to get there at some point? Yeah. Yeah, the way the growth is showing right now, I believe they will.
I believe it. I don't know if they'll ever equal what the NBA revenue is, but
I think they're reaching that point. So you remember the NBA wasn't always like that. They were making, tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands, then to the millions, they crept in.
Right.
I mean, you got players right now, like Jordan, for example, right? Like Jordan wasn't making, nearly what they make now. Like not even close, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he built a brand. He built an empire, I should say.
Yeah.
But when an NBA player first signed $1 million contract, people was like, "Oh my God,
that was huge back then."
You know what I mean? Now it's like that's barely just slightly above league minimum. I mean, it's around veteran minimum, but rookie minimum slightly above.
Right.
I mean, so the WNBA is going to grow, but it's always going to be revenue wise. It's always going to be behind the men. I mean, unless for some reason everybody on the planet stops watching men's basketball and they focus on the women's,
right?
I don't see that surpassing the men or even equaling them.
Yeah.
But it will grow. It's going to continuously grow. And do I think they deserve to be paid for their talents? Absolutely. I think they deserve to be paid the most that they can be paid possible.
Right.
But that's not going to be what the men's make. I mean, it's going to, as the profits grow and the players union can negotiate their labor deals and their profit sharing and all that stuff. Yes, I believe they'll be paid more and more as we go.
Yeah.
I just don't think that it's going to be what they're thinking. And that's not all of them. It's what some of them are thinking, and that is that it's going to be equal to the men's. And that's my hot take on this.
Yeah, I don't think it can ever equal what the men's revenue is or what their income is, only for the fact that it's apples and oranges, The NBA has been around. And not to say that the WNBA hasn't been around for a while. They have been around for a while, but
it's not as long.
There's the push isn't there. You don't see the same push for the WNBA as you do for the NBA. If there was more push for the WNBA, more games that were aired on national television, on your channels and everything like that.
It's getting there.
It is getting there slowly but surely. It is growing. Or even if they encouraged more of the male NBA players to support, show up at the games. That could drum up some more
Indeed.
engagement and encouragement.
So, with that is our hot take, brought to you by Throttlehaus Coffee and Teas.
Get you some delicious coffees and teas at throttlehauscoffees.com. That's house spelled Haus. Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?